Hello and welcome to another week of the weekly support and clarity from Spirit for you. So thank you very much for joining me. I hope you've had a fantastic week. So we're doing this from Monday the 8th of July through to Sunday the 14th of July. So how I work is I call in my guides, eyes and spirit who love me, ask them to come close to give you everything that you need for the upcoming week and any tips, techniques and exercises that may come along with that. So let's get into it and see what's coming up for the week ahead. Okay, they're talking about change and how often do you invite change into your life and how regularly do you invite change into your life? And when when we started talking about change, where was your go-to? Was change is hard, change is difficult, change is negative, or was it, change is great. I love going into new things. I love going into new areas. I love things changing and being more awesome, more fruitful for me. Where is your default setting? Are you somewhere in between there? And because it's really interesting, like when particular things come up in our lives, we do have a certain view, that base level view that generally we go to. And change is something that is an incredibly important time within our lives. And change is something which is always occurring. We just passed winter solstice, and we're going into the next half of the year down here, or if you're in the northern hemisphere, southern summer solstice, and going into the next half of the year and going into winter. So it's that thing too where when you are able to really embrace change in a different way, and you might even be a little bit neutral within change about, I don't feel really good, I don't feel really bad, but it's really about you inviting this in and getting more comfortable with it, because as you flow through this week and as you flow through the rest of the year, change is going to happen whether you like it or not. And when you are able to make friends with some of these elements within your life and some of the situations and circumstances that occur within change, it can be a much more happy, smooth and fun way in which you can navigate your way through these things. And I've never seen this before. So they're talking about change where within yourself, and where do you see yourself? Do you see the past is behind you, the past is in front of you, the future's in front of you? Where is this? And when you allow yourself to take a few breaths and to sit within yourself, to sit within your heart, when you look at that direction of the past or the future or the present, what sort of sensation do you get with that? What sort of feeling? Do you get excitement? Do you get dread? Do you get joy? Do you get despair or despondency? Do you get anxiety? Do you get happiness? Do you get, brightness coming into your life? But then, whatever it happens, whatever you felt, whatever was going on, they're saying you can actually be the one who reworks this and that remodels this into something that if it was happy, it can be even more happy. If it was exciting, you can make it joyful and exciting. If it had trepidation there, that you can turn that trepidation into focus, into joy, this sort of thing. And it's just done with you actually really being honest about how you feel or what arose within you at that time, and really allowing yourself to be okay with it, no matter what emotion, no matter what feeling, no matter what thing came up. You go, okay, this came up, so I'm just going to allow myself to recognize that this is what is here. And then what you can actually do is you can say, well, okay, is this something that is really beneficial for me? Is this something that is really, I really look forward to? Is this something that is really awesome and I want to happen in my life? And if it's not, you can go, okay, well, how can I get the beneficial elements out of this? How can I create some spark within this? How can I flip this from possibly being a negative into a positive? And so, they just told me one of a really easy example is, oh shit, I just lost my job. And the first thing you go is crap, I'm not going to have money, I'm not going to have this, I'm not going to, But on the flip side, you can actually go, well, I might have been ready, I might have been actually quite bored in my job, I might have just been sitting there and just going through the motions, and this has actually given me opportunity in which I can go in to do something new. This can give me an opportunity in which I can start to have more passion about my profession, to go into a completely different profession, and I could make more money, that I could work less days. So it's really about recognizing what is there and then going, okay, well, how can I make this better? And when you start doing this and to make it better, it's about using a reference from another area of your life, another part of your life, or even just making it up. Okay, I wonder what this would feel like if I injected some of this into it. I wonder what this would look like if I use this reference. And if these things have never happened to you or you're not sure about them, get them from movies, get them from books, make them up within yourself. Spirit's saying, ask us for help with this, because we'll come in and we will help you if you're open to this. And especially if you ask us for help, we can help you in a clearer and a more defined way. And then it's about consistently going into it once a day, a couple times a day, just for a few seconds, 30 seconds or a minute or two, and going, right, I'm going to put this presentation over the top of this, instead of this. I'm going to put this energy into this. So this is about manifestation. It's also about co-creation, because it's about co-creating your now and your future to what you actually want it to happen. It's about turning that tide and actually making something great into something absolutely spectacular, or something that's not so good into something that's really, really awesome for you. But it really depends on, are you going to allow yourself to change to create change in your life? Really, that's what it comes down to. If you want things to change, you're going to need to change things about yourself, about your life, about your environment, about your headspace, about the way you're thinking. When you start doing this, it will just start taking a flow of its own, and it will just start happening. It will just start manifesting. But without you wanting to change or allowing yourself to change, you won't have change in your life. You won't have anything different. And it'll just keep popping up in the same ways. So how can you embrace this in your life? And how can you start to look at this as an incredibly positive element and something that can be very beautiful and beneficial, instead of something that could be, nervous, it could be, difficult, it could be something that, you try to push away as much as you can. So the best way in allowing yourself to really to take the fear out of a certain situation is to really face it. And they're saying when you really face it, you open up to love, you open yourself up to love, you ask for all the help you can get, both from spirit and yourself or any other people, that you'll be able to move through this. You really will, but it just takes that intention, that direction, that focus, and that openness as well. Okay, so just about to get on to the weekly reading. They were just prompting me. I just want to ask if you enjoy my content on YouTube, Facebook, any of those things. Really love it when you like, subscribe, and share me around. Thank you very much. Okay, so they just told me, you might be wondering what happened. I was skateboarding for my birthday with my friend and I fell off, so I hurt my wrist. That's why it's all bandaged. Okay, so getting on to Monday. It's on Monday. So Monday is about recognizing within yourself when you're not allowing that free flow. It's about recognizing when you're actually hindering your development or your direction that you want to go in. So as you're going through Monday and there's certain options or choices that you have, how does this feel in your body when you say, oh, I'm going to do this? Does your body drop? Does it tense up? Do you feel open? Do you feel energized? Do you feel abundant? So it's about really getting in touch with that, and it's also about recognizing, okay, creating the best thing for me. Or it could actually be about picking out the best that are picking out the best elements within a particular option to create that flow within you. And when you're doing this, and I can hear a lot of mind chatter going on about, oh, I don't want to do this is shit, it's not working for me, this sort of thing. If you're trying to create some positivity, but your mind chatter is going, oh, this is really crap, well, you're just going to be counteracting that, and you're not going to be allowing yourself to flow or to change. So just have a bit of an idea, an awareness about where your mind's sitting, where your, what are they saying there? Basically mind chatter. What are you thinking? There was a particular word they used I couldn't quite get. Where are you sitting mentally, emotionally, and are you allowing yourself to flow? Okay, getting on to Tuesday. So Tuesday is, this is about communication. And I was laughing then because they were talking about speech pathology. Now, what they meant by that was about the way that you're speaking is going to really interpret how you are going to be presenting yourself or what things are going to occur in your life. And it's really got to do with that mind chatter and changing as well. Are you allowing yourself, or are you recognizing that you have a very, positive and upbeat, conversation, communication, presentation with you? Or are you not feeling upbeat? Are you saying, oh, this sucks, this is crap, this isn't going to work? That sort of thing. Because this is what you're actually going to be bringing in. And if you're trying to create positivity and you're saying these things, you're just tearing yourself apart, mate. So getting on to Wednesday. So Wednesday is actually about space. So it's about enjoying the space as well, and it's about enjoying that sort of time within yourself. So, are you going to allow yourself to have some time, to have some space, and to actually allow yourself to be de-stimulated? This is what they were talking about. So this is Wednesday and getting on to Thursday. So have you ever tried to do a social media, podcast, YouTube sabbatical? whether it's for an hour, for a day, or for a week or more. And they're laughing now because I'm presenting myself on all these channels. But it's about creating space, because I can feel this kind of overwhelm and influx of stimulation and information coming in, and not a lot of space is occurring within people and within people's lives. But this is about Wednesday and Thursday, but this is quite generally as well. So how often do you give yourself that time and that space to be able to be there? You know, how often do you allow yourself to be in a place of silence, or be in a place of chill, or, you know, even just natural sounds, you know, birds, the wind, so forth. So getting on to Friday. So Friday, I keep feeling like this thing holding me and pulling me back. But what it actually is about the preconceived thoughts and the emotional states which you're actually not letting go of to allow you to move forward. You know, I keep getting pulled back, and it's interesting, it's on my left hand side. Your left is your emotional side of your body, or your intuitive side. But it's that thing about, are you going to let go of the things that don't serve you? Now, there's a really easy technique that you can do with this, and I did talk about this a few weeks ago, where you can go, okay, you say something, you recognize something, you do something, and just to take a few breaths and just breathe white light in through your crown, down into your torso, through your arms, through your legs. If you can do a couple of breaths just like this, and just get really clear on that thing you just said, the thing you don't want, the thing that you feel is holding you back, and just package it up, just squash it up, whether it's a visual, it's a sentence, it's a feeling, whatever it is. If it's up here, if it's through your body, if it's your entire body, just package that up into a nice little ball. Breathe in into your body, and as you breathe out, if it's in your mind, you might be breathing out here. If it's in your body, you might be breathing out through your body. But as you breathe in and out, just use a really nice soft white gold light, and just breathe that package of shit you don't want out the front of you. Then you just grab that stuff. If it's up here, if it's up here, if it's your entire body, just go, there you go, Spirit, can you please take that? I don't need it or want it anymore. Give it to them. They can dispose of it. Always say thank you. Give your guides a big thumbs up and a thank you. And then actually come back to yourself and thank yourself. What a good job I've done. I've just released some shit I don't need. Do some nice breathing into your body. Same thing, some really nice soft white or some soft white gold. Breathing in through your crown, filling up your body with that beautiful white gold light. And while you're doing that, you're breathing that through, fill up your entire body full of white gold light, and then breathe it right through every part of your body. So it's actually pushing out on every side, and that beautiful white gold light is rippling through you. And so then if there's anything, any other bits and stuff that you might have missed, you can go, yep, I'm going to release that too. And ask your guides, can you please take anything? Can you help me to release any of this stuff? So a couple of nice breaths. This might seem like a bit of a long technique, but the more that you do this, the more confident you get. And the better you get at doing this, you can actually run through it in about 30 seconds to a minute. But you've just got to be focused while you're doing it. So try that out. I'd love to get some feedback around that. We're getting on to the weekend now. On we're gonna do Saturday and Sunday together. Okay. This is a funny one. So they're talking about change again, and they're saying, okay, what if Saturday and Sunday was like a complete blank canvas? You know, what if Saturday and Sunday was it whatever you want it to be? And and you could paint that picture, draw that thing, whatever you want to do, however you visualize it, feel it, or recognize this. But how can you create the most beautiful Saturday and Sunday that you want? And that could be some nice chill, hanging out with friends. It could be hanging out with your family, your beautiful animals that you live with, whoever it is in the garden. But it's that thing about what are you going to do and what are you going to rearrange within your weekend on Saturday and Sunday so that you can have some of these aspects and this beautiful new sort of flow within your weekend in there. What's that going to look like? You might not be able to do it over your whole weekend, but you might be able to embody or create some new bits. So this is really about using that change in a very creative and fun way. And actually, the more you start doing this, the more that you start using change in creative, fun, happy and easy ways. I'm massive for easy. I love easy. In easy ways, the easier it gets and the more flow that it starts to create. And when you're able to be in that place, it actually flows through you a lot easier. You actually feel more comfortable, more relaxed. And they're saying that really your stress levels will reduce quite a lot. So are you going to allow yourself to create a beautiful picture of the weekend, create a beautiful picture of possibly the whole week, and really start to use these beautiful elements of change for the highest possible good for yourself and the most beneficial good? So embrace change, man. It can be a beautiful thing. All right, so thank you very much for joining me. It's been a lot of fun. If you want a session with me, all the links are below. If you email me, please leave a secondary contact, phone number or anything else. Email, I don't know why, it's just a little bit funny. So thank you very much. Have a wonderful week. And I'll look forward to seeing you next week. Okay, big love.